welcome to Your Skin, Your Story. My name is Diyah, and I am super excited today because we have a special guest, okay? Her name is Brittney. Not only is she a holistic therapist, but she's also an author, and she's much more than that. This woman is phenomenal, and I'm happy she's here with us today. She's going to be introducing herself and what she does, so...
Hello everybody, I'm Brittney Wilder. I'm a wealth and wellness energy healer, and I help ambitious women align their energy so they can attract what they want when it comes down to their weight, their wealth, and their weight loss goals. That is me in a nutshell. I do that with sound bowl healing, I do that with hypnotherapy, timeline therapy, and a bunch of other spiritual techniques.
Oh wow, you know I'm big on spirituality, so yes, I'm so happy you here, girl.
Ooh, baby, because spirit does not lie.
Does not lie. Energy does not lie. I always say that.
At all.
We're so aligned, so I'm happy. Thank you for coming out and being on this platform. And I also want to start off by just asking, how did you get started into your journey? Like, what did that look like for you, girl? How were you introduced to spirituality?
Baby, it's been a long time. When I say a long time coming. So for me, I grew up in the church. My mother was minister of music. My father played the drums, so we were always at church, always in church. Religion was life, right?
Wow, yeah.
Then I moved out here, and I started really going on my journey to find God for myself, right? Because it's like I grew up learning about God and learning the scriptures and the prayers and doing things verbatim, right? Because you're almost like programmed into religion.
No,
and so I ended up doing that all the way up, and I'm like, but I don't really know God like that. Like I don't really know if I really know who God really is to me.
Yeah.
And so I went on my journey. I started healing. As soon as I moved out here, girl, drove 42 hours across the U.S. in my little Chevy, scraping all over the states. And I got here, and it's been on and popping ever since. So that was the start of it. Just saying yes to purpose. Saying yes to obedience. Saying yes, God. Whatever it is, I'm rocking with you.
I love that. That gave me the chills in a way, because it relates so much to my story too, where coming from Rochester and moving from upstate to PA to North Carolina to here, is like when you're on that mission and when you have that purpose, nothing can stop you. So tell us, like, where you from and what made you want to leave your hometown? Like, who's the inspiration?
Yes, so I am originally from Washington, Tacoma, Washington, Hilltop. That's where I'm from.
Period.
So I am a West Coast girly, is what they say out here.
Love it.
But that's where I lived all the way up until I turned 24. And I honestly wanted to be in Atlanta before. I thought I was going to come to Clark, Atlanta. That was like my goal. I wanted to be in social work, and then things changed and shifted and all the above. But I ended up graduating from UW. Wait a minute. UW. Let's go. I ended up graduating, and then I got into my car and drove across.
Wow.
When I first got here, I worked with young girls that were getting out of commercially sexually exploited. So I was working with that population, teenagers getting out of, prostitution and just the life.
Yeah.
And so I did that for a while, and I got into helping them get their education together, which caused me to turn into a teacher.
Oh, wow.
So then I went straight into education for almost a decade. And then in the midst of that, started coaching a little bit, learned a little bit about mindset coaching, and fell in love. Just like you're like spirit and coach, that is your thing. That is my thing too. Like, as soon as I learned that I could change the outcomes of my life by changing my mindset, I was like, oh, that's all I gotta do?
Yes.
Wait a minute. So I just gotta keep on affirming myself?
That inner
I gotta keep on healing myself? Oh, I'm there. Let me know when we're doing this again, right?
Seriously.
So I was signed up for that, and I just never stopped. I just kept adding on more modalities, sound bowl healing, adding on more modalities, hypnotherapy. And then I just got to the place where I was like, I'm doing this full time, entrepreneur.
I know that's
This is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. Purpose.
Yes. Yeah. I love that. And I actually been to one of Brittney's. I went to an event when I met Brittney, and she was doing her sound bowl meditation therapy, and I tell you, I was able to release comfortably.
Come on.
Tears were pouring down. So when I say it works, okay, you better be ready for the healing, because those blockages, anything that you may feel, is going to uplift. So I absolutely love that. Definitely a great healer. And I wanted to ask too, because helping those young girls in that type of life, that takes a special kind of person to put themselves out there in alignment to help people like that. It's a very cutthroat industry, just social work in general. So do you have like your own personal backstory of what led you to wanting to help these young girls, or?
So I am an at-risk youth. So I've always been attracted to youth who have been kind of the trouble kids that have been labeled that, because that's my background. I come from a household where mom and dad divorced. There were lots of addiction. There was lots of abuse all the way up, all types of different things. So I come from that background. And so usually when they talk about like doing studies like the ACEs test or doing all these different studies about youth who go through that and go through different traumas and stuff in their life as, you know, a child, how they come up and how most of the time they say we're either in jail, we're dying, you know, or we're pregnant early or we're ruining our lives somehow, some way, right? So that's how they label us. And so in the process of that, I went to college, right? I went to UW and I took a course. It was a black psychology course, psychology of black women. And we talked about the ACEs and nobody else was like talking about them going through those different things. And I just felt like out of place. And I'm like, I'm the only one with a score of 8, and I think it's like out of 10, right?
Wow.
So I was like, you get a point for everything that you've gone through when it comes down to trauma and you know, stuff that you've gone through in your life. And so I'm looking around like it's only me. Like, hold up, there's nobody else. Y'all ain't gone through nothing. But that was like feeling that and knowing that I went towards purpose and towards, you know, wanting to get education and wanting to learn more. I have a psychology background as well, so that all that mindset, like, it's been with me for a while. I've been wanting to figure out things out, figure out why people do what they do, say what they say for a long time, and it just keeps on building. When I went through that, it just put more passion in me to help other people go this way instead of that way. And so that's what really got me to coming out here. Also with sex trafficking, like knowing that it's in our backyard and it's not overseas like everybody thinks it is, like I was passionate about that too. So I just was like, let's do it. One of the hardest jobs I ever did in my life. But also one of the most in alignment job, because I was able to be me. I was able to operate in spirit. I could pray whenever I wanted to pray with the girls. I could sing whenever I wanted to sing. So it was like my first taste of being able to operate in spirit all day. And I was like, this is it for me. I want to do this forever.
Purpose driven.
Yes, this is what I want to do. I want to help people heal. That's it.
And I love that. You're definitely doing that.
Girl, yes.
Along your own journey, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
So I also wanted to ask, like, what was your experience? Because you're an entrepreneur, you know, a lot of people come to Georgia for entrepreneurship, to live out their dreams. And, you know, all of us have a different experience when it comes to Georgia. Some people like, oh, Georgia is not a real place. You know what I'm saying?
It's not real.
It's not real. Like, some people, they like, you know, oh, I love it. It's so much opportunity. It's really about what you make it. But I want to know, like, what was your obstacles when you came here, and how did you overcome those obstacles?
I think my very first obstacle coming here was simply coming here. I came by myself. All my life I've been around my cousins and my sister and my brother and, you know, my closest friends, A1 day ones. And so when I got in my Chevy and I drove across the U.S., I was by myself here. Right, I had some friends that helped me move over, but I knew that I would be by myself once that weekend was over and they went back home. And so just being by yourself, God has a way of working on you when you're isolated. And sometimes He creates these different spaces for you to be by yourself. And you think, you're like, why don't they like me? Why am I rejected? Why is it? Like, God's like, yo, chill, you special. I need you to be by yourself so I can work on you. So I can get you to where you're supposed to be. And I think that was the biggest challenge, is getting to a place where I know that isolation is it was for my elevation. Right? Like, that's what it was about. But you know, when you the party girl, because I was a party girl. Brittney coming out tonight? Yeah, I'm coming now. I like to dance, right? So I was that girl. So like being able to step away from that and really answer the call was really the hardest part.
Absolutely. So it was just like beyond just the career, just the dream, like everything was aligned with, as far as lifestyle, your real life. You know what I mean? So I just love that. And let us know, like, what you're currently working on. I know I see you have your book. Tell us about that.
Listen, you guys, this is my baby. When I say say baby, my baby. 15 years for me to create it. It started with, you know, being in college and learning about ACEs and learning about what trauma does to the body, and started out as me journaling. Like I just was writing my emotions of how I felt about these different situations I've been in my life, and it turned into this beautiful guide.
Wow.
It turned into bolder, better, wilder, right? Your most courageous and fierce life ever. Like that is why that is the title, you know, like because it literally is my path of walking along each step, dealing with all the things, being bold enough to step into the things, right? Because we know things are going on. We know we got some healing to do. Do we always want to step into it? Sometimes not, right? So this is just my journey of stepping fully into the healing that God had here for me. So, yeah.
And what kind of audience or what kind of people you think should buy this book, and how is it going to transform them?
So, that's a good question. I think this book is good for everybody. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna flex. I feel like anybody can learn from it. I do speak to women though.
Okay.
That is who naturally, that's my clientele. They naturally are drawn to me, and I love it. But I feel like anybody can learn anything from this book. There are so many different ways that I speak about traditional therapy, going through, because I believe in healing on all platforms,
right?
And in any type of way. However the hell we get there, we gotta get to the healing. So if that's traditional, non-traditional, whatever it is, you know what I mean, that gets you there, I believe in that. So I speak about all the different things that I've done up until this point, and also being a healer myself, and recognizing that there were times where I would sit there and sing and touch my heart and don't know why I'm doing this. Oh, because you're a healer, baby. You're healing yourself. You didn't even know. Didn't even know. So yeah, it's my journey. And it is, listen, available. It's available to you.
And where can they find it?
Listen, Amazon. You can go to my website, alignmyenergynow.com, to get your copy, where I will autograph it and send you a personal message to you. So you want the personal message.
The personal message.
Promise you want that.
That is so nice. I love that. So, you know, I love also that you did touch a point where you said that you're all about healing, whether it's non-traditional, traditional, however you get there, because everyone's journey is going to look different, right? And I've noticed a lot of times when people go into the more holistic side, they kind of stray away from the traditional side, and then the people who's on the traditional side stray away from the holistic side. What advice or what would you tell people that can bridge that gap, to be inspired, to be okay with getting healing however it comes?
It's never either or. We live in a world where it's black or white, and it's really gray all the time. And I think that if we can get to a place where we recognize that there are some things I can pull from here that I agree with, maybe not everything, right? Because of who I am, where I was raised, what my religion taught me, whatever the case may be, right? That stops us, that keeps us in boundaries away from other things that could actually help us and heal us. So it's like, I can take some things from there, and I can take some things from here, and I can really create my healing journey for me. Because like you said, we're all different. Things appeal to us than other people, and vice versa. So you may be like, I hate sound bowls. I can't do that. And I'm like, I'm in love with them. I play them all the time. Like, so it just depends on what it is. I would say, don't put yourself in a box to stick with one thing. If you know it's not working for you, feel free enough to try something else. And do your research. Do your research. Do your research. Search and find what it is for you, and it is okay to say, no, this no longer works for me, or no, this is no longer in alignment with where I'm at. I gotta move on. Or guess what, therapist, you was cool for that season, but I'm on to another season, and I need somebody else. Right? It's okay for that.
The power of letting go.
Amen.
Yes. I think a lot of people get stagnant right there, where it's like they get loyal to sometimes blind loyal to it, sometimes it's just that groundedness that some people have, where they fall into that pattern, and then it's kind of hard to shake off. Because like, well, this is my comfort zone, you know? But outside your comfort zone is just letting go.
That's it.
And I love that you said that.
Ooh, be free.
Be free.
Free yourself.
Yes.
Come on.
You have to. You have to. So I'm super excited about Bolder, Better, and Wilder book. Make sure you guys get it on her website. It's also available on Amazon. And And stick around because we got a little bit more for you guys. We're gonna close this video with some nice sound bowl and even probably pick up the book so we can be able to get a little sneak peek of what the chapter sounds
just a little bit, just a little
bit.
Little taste.
Yeah, a little taste. So
Always
stay tuned.
will be.
Always have been, always will be.
I am enough.
I am enough.
Always have been, always will be.
Always has been, always will be. Thank you, God.
Today we're going to release anything that is blocking us from walking into our truest selves, into our truest purpose, into all the things that God has for us. We're going to release it. We're going to leave it right here.
Thank you, God.
We release, we release, we release. So we release, release, release. We release, release, release. Thank you, God. We release, release, we
That was so beautiful. So healing. Every time.
Girl.
Every time.
Oof, 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 oof.
You got that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you still